Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm going to talk about some important things you could do as the EDD extensions and the PUA program comes to an end on September 4th, 2021. Now, many Californians are still unemployed, or if they are employed, maybe they're underemployed, meaning they're not getting a lot of hours. But anyhow, I'm here to talk about what you could do if you are going to have a financial struggle after the 4th when the pandemic-related programs end. That is PEUC and the PUA program, which was for gig workers, self-employed people like that. Now, we all know that on September 4th, that's going to come to an end. PEUC and PUA is coming to an end. And in addition, the $300 boost that's on top of your regular weekly benefit amount, that is also going to be expiring on the 4th. So that's going to leave a lot of people without any kind of safety net whatsoever. A lot of people are going to struggle to pay bills. They're going to go hungry. They're going to have problems paying their car payments and any other bills for that matter. Phone bills, whatever. Point being is that it's going to be very, very tough out there for a lot of Californians. And this is something that I wish that I could be sitting here instead reporting good news. Good news being that unemployment is being extended on the congressional level, or what was a possibility where the Department of Labor said California could use whatever funds they have left from the American Rescue Plan and extend unemployment for maybe a few more weeks. Which, if they were to do that, they wouldn't include the $300 boost, but at least there would be a few more weeks of PEUC and PUA. But sadly, that's not going to happen. There's going to be no extensions. The only extension that I could think of right now that people may get is anyone that's on the PEUC program. That extension. It's not a program, it's an extension. But anyways, if you're on that PEUC extension and you never in your claim history, never in the past got Fed Ed, you will be put on the Fed Ed program, which that ends on the week ending September 11th. So think of it as just a 1-week extension if you qualify for Fed Ed and you're in PEUC. And I don't even know if you would even consider that an extension because it's only 1 week long anyway. So maybe just a teeny tiny extension and no $300 boost because, as I said, that ends on September 4th. So the week ending September 11th, if you get Fed Ed, you never got Fed Ed and you're on PEUC now, you're only going to get your weekly benefit amount. Now, at the end of this video, I was going to make a separate video describing describing how you could tell if you are going to qualify for the Fed Ed extension. But there's a lovely YouTuber named Shelly's Millions, and I've actually followed her since last year. I'm not really sure when, but it was the middle of last year. And she has some very good information on her channel. Check her out, Shelly's Millions. At the end of the video, I'm going to leave a link, which will basically, she will describe on what to do and what you need to look at on your original benefits award letter. You need that. She'll tell you if what you need to look at and to see if you qualify for that 1 week of Fed Ed without the boost, without the $300 boost. Okay, so back to the main thing I want to talk about, and that is what can people do after September 4th? It's going to be a hard cutoff. I even made a video about this. I was sitting in the park and, I wish I could be delivering good news. I really can, but there's not any good news to report, unfortunately. But I could tell you about a couple things you could do, and we're going to get started on that right now. Now, housing, food, and transportation, I consider those the big three of the essential things that you need. And so we're going to start off with the first thing, which is housing. And there is a website called Housing is Key. I'm actually going to switch the screen now, so we're going to go to that website and I'll talk about it. This is the Housing is Key website, housing.ca.gov. And it's basically rental assistance for both landlords and for renters. And I'm scrolling down here, describes what it is, basically. You see the apply now button right there. You're going to want to click on that to apply. Now, if you have any questions, you just dial that number right there, 833-430-2122. And that is the website. The next essential thing is food. And you need to be able to take care of yourself. You need to be able to eat. I don't want anyone to be going hungry out there. But with EDD being cut off and a lot of people still not working, there's no money to go to the groceries or no money to go out and eat. So there needs to be some aid there when it comes to food. And there is a website, there is a program here in California. It's basically a food stamp program. And it's usually for low-income individuals. But during the pandemic, a lot of people actually signed up for that because they were on unemployment. And I even know one of my aunts were actually, she is a member of CalFresh. She was on unemployment, just like a lot of us were since March 2020. And she used that a few times. So if you haven't actually signed up for that, I'm going to show you how to do it. And I'm about to show it to you right now, but please actually consider that, because after September 4th, you're going to need the help that you could get, whatever you can it's basically going to be survival mode, unfortunately. So let's go to the CalFresh website right now. Here we are on the CalFresh website, cdss.ca.gov. This describes what it is. It's basically a food stamp service for low income, but during the pandemic, you could apply for it. There's the contact information there, the number. You could call them if you have any questions, that 877 number there. And as I scroll down here, you have the programs and CalFresh food and such. This is basically what they have to offer. As I scroll down more, you're going to see at the bottom it says want to apply, and you're going to click on that. And whatever information they ask for you, just fill it out. I haven't filled it out personally, but from what I've heard, it's very easy to fill out. Okay, so the third thing, remember I mentioned there are three major things, essential things, I suppose, and I said that transportation is also very important. Well, this is something more of a recommendation from me, or what I think, what I would do if I was in a situation where I am behind on my car payments, or I cannot afford my car payments going into the future, and that is doing this. Now, this is not going to apply for everybody, but it's worth a try if you haven't actually tried it. Try to see if you could call the company that gave you the loan for your car, so the bank or whatever that may be. In my case, it's Ally Bank, but there's many different companies that give out loans and many different banks and such. But you do want to call them and see if they can lower your car payment. Now, let's say that you're paying a high interest rate on your car loan, 8.44%. I'm just throwing that out there as an example. If you have improved credit, because usually at 8.4%, usually that means that you probably didn't have the best credit to begin with when you got your car. But maybe in a couple of years or so, or whatever it has been since you got your car, if your credit has improved, you could lower that interest rate. You could restructure the loan and take that 8.44% to something lower. I don't know how low you could take it. You're going to have to call whoever is the company that's providing your car loan and see what they could do for you. But they renegotiate the contract, the terms on your loan. It's basically like a new loan. But what they could do is they could lower your car payment by, and this is what they'll do. Let's say you're halfway into let's say it's 60 months. That's how long your original contract was on your car loan. Let's say it was 60 months and you want to renegotiate it so that the car payments per month is lower. Well, you could do that. So we'll wipe out the 60 months. And what the bank will do is they will actually renegotiate it. So they give you a fresh 60 months again, and basically at a lower interest rate. And thus you pay a lower amount per month. Now, the only issue with that is that, you end up pushing your last payment date, I guess, of your car to a farther date because it's kind of like a new loan. But the monthly payment, it may decrease dramatically. As I said, I don't know, everyone's situation is going to be different, but depending on how low they take it, your $500 or $600 car payment could go down to maybe you could take it down $100 or $200. And that's an extra $100 or $200 you get to keep in your pocket. And you could just pay the $300 a month or whatever the new negotiated terms are. And what would be spent originally on that loan, that $500, in this case, it's a difference of $200. That $200 could be used for, to pay other bills, your phone bill or whatever. So point being is that you really are going to have to cut back. I mean, not everyone's going to have to do this, but maybe a lot of Californians will. Let me know about your situation below. And that's what I would do about the car situation. So that's all I have to say about this subject. I hope that everyone does well after September 4th. As I'm filming this right now, it literally is September 2nd today. I don't know, I'm probably going to be uploading this on a different day, but whatever. The point being is that we are at the end, and a lot of people are going to struggle. I really hope that you find a way to make ends meet. And if there's any other information you want to know, or if you want to know my opinion about something, just actually just send me a comment this video, because I like to respond to people. I always do. So thank you. God bless. Take care. I hope that you are going to be all right, and I am confident that you will. Bye-bye now.